Welcome to Open Mind Industries podcast, The Mind Unleashed. Sit back, relax, and unleash your mind.
Recording. All right, everything's recording. Hey guys, welcome to episode 59 of the Mind Unleashed. I just check the how you'll say the iTunes account to make sure it was correct. The iTunes account. I did episode 58 last week with Moby Lee. Just still got to do some editing adjustments. For those watching the video version of the podcast, let's fade in and out and look at the camera. The camera's a little bit higher than it needs to be. Still haven't really got the office fully set up yet. I'm still, if you hear some 3D printing going on to the side, I ended up getting a PS4 camera for gaming. All my gaming, I've been doing that and stuff like that. Let's get into it. Here we go. As we always do, let's give a few shout outs to our supporters. First one's Lyft, the ride sharing app. Use our code TMUP for $20 off when you book your first ride with Lyft. I believe it's a $4 or $5 for that thingy wingy. I know people are like, Lyft this, Lyft that, but Lyft's been very good and I use it a lot. So yeah, definitely give it a shot. I like the ride sharing thing. I prefer it over a cab, to be honest with you. Even Uber, Lyft, I love that stuff. And let's give a shout out to Weiss Productions. Weiss Productions has been open and awesome with us. And Weiss Productions is going to be giving you guys 20% off when you book your next pet wedding package with him or something you may be doing with a house, stuff like that. And he is awesome, does weddings, stuff like that. He's going to give you guys 20% off. Use our code OMI. Check the links in the Facebook description or down below in the description. He'll definitely hook you up. Let him know we sent you. I'll take you guys care of. Also, please check out CAS. CAS stands for Cinematic Aerial Services. Daniel does drone shooting, residential photography. Amazing work. Super talented. He's been going on a lot of vacations. If you haven't checked out Danny's Day Out yet, it's on Facebook and YouTube. Danny's Day Out. Amazing work. Definitely check out some of his stuff. Amazing. He goes through a lot of towns and history of, culture, things that are going on. But yeah, man, he's offering you guys $179 per property to get your house on the market, or if you're trying to show it off to your friends, like, this is what I got. Bang, he's gonna hook you guys up, make it look beautiful, and you can brag and show it to your clients and friends or family, like, we worked so hard for this, let's show it off, baby. And that's how you can do it. Also, please check out Stratman Law, guys. Stratman Law hooks up with our trademark with the USPTO. We are officially trademarked Open Mind Industries. Officially, it has happened. I have the certificate. I need to put it on the wall in the office here that I do share with my stepdad, and just a fun office that we have here in the home. What else? Oh, Angie Connors, man, has hooked us up, getting the house done, stuff like that, finding us the property. If you are looking for an honest-to-goodness real estate agent to help you guys walk you through pretty much most of the step of the way, finding a decent property and making sure you feel comfortable, especially in the outdoor area here in Florida, or anywhere really in Florida, she will hook you guys up, take care of you, and all that good stuff. Definitely check her out. Links will be down below, guys, in the description. All right. None of my tongue is all done with all that stuff. Yeah, man. So if you hear something printing, I do have a PS4 little bracket that I needed to print because I went to the eBays to find a PS4 camera. I've been doing a lot of gaming, and that kind of keeps my mind going and stuff like that. With some friends that have been doing hashtag Open Mind Gaming, or Open Mind Industries Gaming Division. So, been doing a lot of stuff because I know video games are my kind of forte when I need to relax or zone out in life, especially with those with mental issues or something like that. And I know how hard it is for those trying to find an outlet when they try to find life. And it's just like, hey man, I want to find something, and if you folks want to be a part of that, or PS4, or if you have an Xbox, I'm not really on Xbox that much. I probably won't be buying a new Xbox until the new consoles come out, which it's like, hey, I gotta buy new consoles. It's actually, we all know, the PS4 rumor has come out, and like, holy shit. What do I want in the PS4? What do I want in the Xbox? I have no idea yet. Just keep where you're going, man. Make that to be honest, the cross-platform ability would be fucking amazing, and I want that so bad. it has been dick teased and everything like that to us gamers and those who can't afford both consoles for a long fucking time. Sorry for the coffee swig for those listening and watching. I just needed that boost of energy. Yeah, the cross console thing has been, it's been pushed. Yeah, this is gonna happen. Yeah, this is gonna happen. We look at it and we're like, okay, cool. Like, when, what games, what things. The one game I do that know does offer it is going to be the game called Fortnite. For those, played Fortnite. My nephew plays it a lot, and I played a little bit of it. I'm not really that good at it. I suck. I'm more into the story mode stuff, the build stuff, maybe some Little Big Planet stuff. I play a lot of story, a lot of shooters, a lot of just fun story interactive games that I really enjoy. My favorite game of all time is going to be, Metal Gear Solid, Spyro, something like that. That was my game of choice. Never really got into Kingdom Hearts. I really watched, the behind the scenes on how that was all done, and my friends have just beaten Kingdom Hearts and stuff like that. And it was expressed, the streaming compatibility with Sony, not Sony in general, but the developers in general block their internal capture card from leaking spoilers. So when you're playing the PS4, it does lock out. When I played Arkham Knight when it first came out, now it's not blocked anymore because it's been out for about a year now. It blocks a certain spoiler scene, the ending scene. It puts like a nice little bleh in front of it so nobody can see it. And a friend of mine, Fatal Empress, has talked about that. She's like, man, apparently a friend of hers got her a capture card for a computer. I'm like, wish I had friends like that. But yeah, man. So she ended up getting, a friend got her that for that reason because, the PS stuff like that. So let's hope, in the near future they stop doing that. That's one thing I probably want with the Xbox and the PS4 thing. But the cross compatibility with, Fortnite being a multi-platform for mobile and stuff like that. My buddy now, who has a Switch, can now play with me through Fortnite. Now, like I said, not a big Fortnite fan, not very, very qualified at Fortnite. But, we'll get back into it again. PCP's going to play. Because I really enjoy the gaming aspect of talking with people, meeting new people, and kind of knowing who they are, what games they like, and stuff like that. But I just want to make the UM YEA gaming community very comfortable for those with, disabilities. Some people who are just very shy and just don't know how to have a gamer group and just want to get into it, but don't know, where to look, where to see. You have Reddit and shit like that, and there's a lot of places you can go. There's a lot of gamers that are really cool, and we're all fucking nerds and geeks, as I was gonna say. My tongue's not working. But yeah, man, if you want to check that out, type in OMI Gaming on the PS4. We are there. Me, Michael, and Fatal Empress are there. So we're there to just shoot the shit, play some games, do some game recommendations. We're on Twitch. I've been on Twitch quite a bit. If you want to log into that and just be a fucking follower, that'd be great, because I don't want to do my thing and numbers up a little bit, but I'm doing a lot of the 3D printing tools. I'm doing a lot of that with a lot of clients and trying to get some of that stuff done. Finally got the printers finally together. Still working on the Robo 3D. So now let's jump into out of the gaming thing for a little bit. But yeah, so I've been doing the 3D printing stuff. Got all the printers hooked back up. Still working on a thing for a client. I'll show you what it is for those watching. It is, I don't know if you guys can. Let's see if I can get the light for not being. There we go. It is a whiskey cover for your whiskey. So, yeah, light. Printing really well. This is PLA. This is polyelectric acid. So I got some sanding to do. This is just with the test print for the CR10 Mini, which I recommend using a lot if you're going to go into 3D printing. The Robo R1 I like to use a lot. I'm going to do a couple of videos on that for some people having issues. I finally got that bad boy back together again. It has been Humpty Dumpty putting back together. I've spoken about the robot before, how much I liked it, and kind of what I kind of dislike about it. Like that it's modability. Didn't like the price when I paid for it when I first got it. Now there's like 3 other robos coming out. And that's just my opinion. Now it's at like the right price of being about $500, which is perfectly fine for what it is. It's a great machine. It's good for ABS, PLA, mostly everything thing. But coming down the road with OMI, I'm going to be doing a lot of R&D with a lot of filaments, because there's a lot out there that I'm still testing that it's like what filaments are good. I have a lot of friends that are working on their own 3D printing, and they're like, dude, what the fuck? Do I print with, like, what's the speed? What's the heat? What do you recommend? I'm like, well, here's the baseline, blah, blah, blah. Been talking to a few companies on the Twitter, and one of them they get a hold of me, really cool company from China, and I've been speaking with them just for a little bit, and they're like, hey man, do you plan on becoming a client? Do you want us to be your supplier? Stuff like that. And I said, not at this moment. Right now I'm working on, TPU and Ninja Flex, stuff like that, trying to get the, excuse me, the crunch tips done, stuff like that. Just get all that taken care of first. And they're like, what materials are you usually using? I'm usually using PLA, ABS, TPU, and maybe start working with carbon fiber for the crutches and stuff like that. And they were all about like, hey man, let me show you what we got, stuff like that. And they did, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm really cool. I got a few friends that run their own 3D printing companies through the Instagram, which is cool. So I get to talk to a lot of people that are makers, builders, designers, really just lovely, lovely people. That we just talk about, and they were like wondering what I'm doing and stuff like that. Sorry about the focus coming in. I didn't have the driver for the Logitech C9C camera, whatever it is. For those watching, you're wondering why the fuck does it keep doing it? Well, that's the reason. I didn't turn autofocus off. It has the autofocus thing on. And I don't have it turned it off, so I didn't have the driver. I didn't feel like that. I had to re-update the MacBook and stuff like that to do all the fun stuff, and now it has High Sierra back on it instead of the Hackintosh version of Mojave, which Mojave is on my other MacBook. It's my daily driver for working in 3D stuff. But yeah, they've been working with them and talking with them. Maybe they might become some supplier. I'm kind of trying to be not iffy to China suppliers. I'm trying to look for a really good quality, number one, quality control. When you're spending a lot of money like that and you're like coming to buy another roll, you're getting ready to build your stock up so you can get your clients happy and get them back together. So it's R&Ding a lot of the stuff and then looking into a lot of it. It does cost a lot of money, and at the same time, when you're on a budget like I am, trying to pay off your credit cards and stuff like that, you need to be very careful what you're doing, what you can. And a lot of things, I'm finding a lot of videos for R&D testing. So probably going more into that on the YouTube page, stuff like that. YouTube has just become our pretty much media hub where I stick all the videos that I'm doing, such as the podcast, time-lapsing, stuff like that. And what else was I going to say? The open mind gaming, because I love gaming. I gotta do freaking gaming. Because gaming calms me down, and I love to game, and I love to talk to a lot of you and see what you guys are doing, man. What do you guys like to game with? And I'm learning a lot of new game stories that, Solomon, stuff like that. So feel free to hop over on that, check that out. A lot of good stuff's on there. And become a subscriber. Why not? It's not costing you a damn thing. I'm not charging you, asking for much. Just just get our numbers up a little bit. When it does come time, we're gonna be asking some money, but later down the freaking road. If you want to donate. If you don't, you don't have to. I just like giving content. I like doing these for fun. And I got a friend I got to help out getting the podcast together. His podcast, Logan. I'm talking to you, bud. I will help you with your podcast. So they're fun to do. They're fun to see. They're fun to do. What is the genre of this podcast now that I'm blabbing about garbage to you folks? What movies have you folks seen? Well, I tell you what I saw. Of course, I saw Endgame. Y'all already know what happened there if you didn't see it. La 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 la. What else did I see? Saw Endgame in 40X. Saw Endgame in every single thing I could see it in. Loved it. I have my own lab about it. But what I want to talk about is some movies, because I really loved fucking John Wick, man. John Wick came out finally, and I got to go see it day one. And I had a little movie ticket a friend of mine gave me, so I was like, hey, I'm going to go check this out. I was hoping that more people would be talking about John Wick. Unfortunately, it's kind of like one of those things that most people don't talk about. It's probably going to be going right to the dollar theater soon. But my God, for those of us that were in there, the 60 of us that were in the theater, and the most quietest crowd and the most joyful crowd I've ever been with in a damn John Wick movie. Oh my goodness, guys. Here we go. John Wick spoilers. Here we go. Holy shit, there is going to be a number 4 John Wick, which, come on, we knew it was going to happen. Didn't know Halle Berry was in it until I was watching some Facebook stuff, and then saw her doing some shooting testing and stuff like that. Didn't know the movie she was in. Come to find out, John Wick. Holy shit. I listened to a lot of Keanu on a lot of the Facebook stuff. He was on a lot of TikTok shows and Today shows, and he was talking about the dogs and stuff like that. He was saying, yeah, man, he was told not to look at the dogs when he was sitting down for a seat. Excuse me, a little sick. Got a lot of blood in my nose. So he goes, yeah, man. He goes, I was told not to look at the dogs and stuff like that because she was training with them for like the last 6 months, stuff like that. As we all know, John Wick has become excommunicado. So John is shit out of luck. He pretty much, as the movie ends, second one ends, running for his fucking life. He has less than an hour to find safety, sanctuary, stuff like that. As he does, he's John Wick. A lot of the story just unravels. You find out more about him. You find out what the fuck he's been doing, who he is, what, why. Why is John Wick the way he is? Where did this all begin? So anyway, John runs around, excommunicado. You're like, how the hell is he going to do this? He goes to a person and he runs. He needs to go to the library where he actually ends up leaving something in New York City. Opens it up, finds out it's a couple coins and things and a couple all crossed from the Russian mafia that he's been working with, the Russian underground, the Russian high table. So he ends up going there, and man, him and this dude have a fight, and the guy was like, dude, you can't fight me yet. You have no time. It's like, I still have time. I still have like less than 20, 30 minutes. You can't touch me. If you break this rule, it's unruly, and it's not going to end well for you. Starts to that one out, kicks the guy's ass with a damn book, breaks the guy's neck with a book. The movie was very gruesome in most of the areas, but a very, very well told all around story. From there, you're like, how the hell is John going to get out of this? The guy ended up stabbing him, when they were fighting with the book scene, in the shoulder. Pretty good. He ends up going seeing a doctor in the city, and the doctor's like, oh my god. He's like, I can't, this me seeing you is breaking the rules. He goes, I still have less than, 15 minutes. Please. And he hands him a gold coin. Goes inside there and works on the, John Wick, and John's like, you have 2 minutes. 1 minute, 50 seconds, and the guy has to stop working on him. Because it's the high table that tells him, hey, blah, blah, blah. You can't assist John Wick. John Wick has lost all his rights, things from the, the high table, etc., etc. For those who've never seen the damn movies, recommend seeing them. They're great. They're not, I don't know how to say that. They're not shitty. They're really fucking well done. They're really well written, which is good because the story in this one, it's just, oh my god. It's just, at the end of it, I felt the story was well so put together. It wasn't half-assed. It wasn't like, let's do 1, 2, and 3. Let's do 1, 2, and 3, but not collaborate them. Let's not push the story, and let's not give you more of the story that you always wanted. And it's like, okay, here's a fucking sequel, but the sequel's gonna suck. It's not well put together. Not at all, man. John Wick has been one of the fucking movies that I'm so shocked that even it felt like the continuity of these things have been well played out. They've been thought about. They've been talked about. Just all this talking is making me yawning. Sure enough, like in an hour, I'll be like, oh, I feel good. Coffee. So anyway, the story just felt so well driven that I was so more content of who John Wick was. How the hell does he know all these people? So anyway, he goes into the Russian place, where the ballet is, and you end up meeting Angelica Houston. For those who don't know who she is, I was like, holy shit. Morticia Adams, she did The Witches. She's been a very, very A-list actor. If you haven't seen her from most films, Jesus Christ, I'm pretty sure you saw one of her films. She's an amazing, amazing actress. Long lineage, long everything about her. So it's good to see her as, John Wick begging her, you owe me. I've done everything you folks have asked of me. And, she goes, you're cashing in your favor. And he goes, yeah. She goes, I don't owe you a fucking thing. Stuff like that. Meanwhile, you see the Continental in New York get raided pretty much by a lady who has become an ambassador for the high table. Walks in, starts going down the rabbit hole of, what the hell happened? Why is this guy dead? John Wick should have known better. We all know about John Wick. He's a fucking legend from all these people, which is pretty freaking cool. You find out more about all these assassins they're like, is that him? Is that him? Oh my god, do we want to take the chance of kicking his ass? And a lot of people wanted to beat the shit out of him. That's $100 million. I'll take a crack at that, you know. And the bounty keeps getting a little bit higher and higher. But anyway, she comes in, she talks to the dudes at the Continental, so that, you know, you let John Wick get away. You gave him 1 hour to do his thing. What the hell? He goes, well, I wanted to give him a head start. She goes, are you friends with him? And he goes, yeah. He goes, well, you have to step down because the high table, you know, you helped him. This one helped him. Oh, my phone's ringing. Interesting. You guys are... I'm sure that was a telemarketer. I'm pretty much going to get an email from that one. I've been getting a lot of telemarketers lately from a lot of things. I put it on the website, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, back to the John Wick story. God, I lost track. So she goes, anyway, you guys have been like helping him, stuff like that. And she starts going down the rabbit hole of John Wick. You know, this one did wrong. We're now going to excommunicate. This one did this. We're now going to do this. And, you know, John Wick starts going to all his contacts, starts going down the rabbit hole of, hey, I need your help. Hey, I need this. Hey, I need this. People are trying to kick his ass. You know, everybody's trying to take that initiative to get that money. Because you're killing a legend of John Wick. You're really, you know, you're really trying to kill this guy who was, you know, the boogeyman, the boyega, you know, the boogeyman. You know, he was the guy you sent to kill the boogeyman, to find the boogeyman. I was hoping to see a few old faces. The only old face we saw was Lawrence Fishburne's, not a problem. That's really good for the story. I didn't think a lot of the assassins that were in the second one were going to re-show up. John Leguizamo wasn't there, so he must be doing something, you don't know what. So that should be going to number 4. So it gave a lot of insight on what is going on in the John Wick world. It's such a big, massive world. You start finding out there's assassins everywhere. Everywhere. People are all assassins. This is insanity. But being New York City, you know, New York, you're like, holy shit, this is the biggest thing. Anyway, we go down the rabbit hole. You know, Angelica Houston ends up helping John. You know, tells him she owes no more favors, yada yada. Lady comes in. You know, she ends up hiring this Japanese Yakuza, you know, who's part of the high table. You know, who ends up being the dude from Iron Chef, the host of the Iron Chef, because that dude is actually a black belt martial artist and jujitsu and some shit like that. So it's pretty cool to see his face. He's been in like Cradle of the Grave and a few other big movies too. Amazing. He's done some shit on the History Channel and stuff like that. So he ends up like slicing a blade through her hand. Let me see your penance. Puts the blade right between Angelica Houston's hand, like right into both hands. Your hands are now, but we take your penance. Now you've been cleaned. Lawrence Fishburne ends up, helping and gave him 7 bullets in the last movie. For him, he got 7 slices to the body, the face. So they took a sword and 7 slices to the face. And he, ends up surviving towards the end. Spoiler. Anyway, John goes down the rabbit hole, finds Halle Berry's character. We learn about Halle Berry's character, who she is, and she's now part of, a bigger syndicate for her own thing. And she goes, I need you to talk to so-and-so. I need to kind of get this cleared up with everybody. I need to try to get back into what my good graces, to say I'm sorry. And John has his own style of things. So you're learning more and more about the story. I'm not going to give, spoilers, much away, because I keep forgetting, because it's been a week or two since I've seen the movie. Anyway. So you go down the rabbit hole, and you find out, holy shit, the guy tells him, oh, well, if you want to find the guy, the head honcho, you have to go to the desert, and you have to go to the desert, and, he'll find you, or, you die. So, John and Halle Berry have a fucking amazing just choreography scene. It's amazingly good. Up in, Morocco. Sorry, I just checked my email because somebody called and wants me to check it. More likely it's a garbage number. So they end up having Halle Berry. You'll find out more about her character, what the hell's been going on. You know, John helped her, get her daughter back. So John's like, you owe me too for a favor. You know, when everybody owes John favors, things that could never be done. John has done for them in order to love his wife. To finally get out of this fucking life of being an assassin. Everybody owes John something. People, they gave him impossible tasks. He's done these impossible tasks, and they're like, blah, 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 and then I don't owe you a fucking thing. And he was like, well, I'll take it. I've done what you asked, and now you have to do what I ask. And then, him and Halle Berry do a blood marker, and he honored it. Anyway, he ends up, passing out in the fucking desert, and this guy in a camel finds him, which ends up leading him to the head honcho, and he's like, you could either die here, or, why are you here? What do you want to, to get in my back in my good graces, or, I'm going to ask you to do something for you. You need to kill, the head of the Continental in New York, which is your boy, who made you excommunicado. I need you to show me your penance, your loyalty. And John ends up, cutting off his middle finger, with his wife's ring, and hands it to him, and, he's like, I accept. Now I'm going to give you won't be touched. Now you have to go kill, Winston. You have to go kill this guy. Goes back in, the lady's still doing her thing, and John walks in, and, he's like, I could kill you, and he's like, John, you could kill me, you could do this and this, but we're our own men. I know you're not going to do it, You could. Here's a gun. I'll give you the fucking gun to kill me. If that's what you think it's going to be. But you're letting men control your destiny in general. Anyway, that fucking blows apart. And, the lady comes up and she goes, Mr. Wick, good to see you. I've never, I've heard a lot about you. I know you're a fucking legend. Yada, yada. It's a pleasure to meet you finally. I've heard so much about you from the high table and stuff like that. We all heard about you. Everybody, you're a legend in this industry. This is to say, lights turn off. She goes, all right, well, if you motherfuckers aren't going to do this, I'm now going to decree you guys this place unsanctioned. And from the high table. And she does. And everybody from, whatever, from their killing spree, trucks start coming in, and, John and now the dude, Winston is now, marked for death. Everybody is. Even the guy, I call him Zavala. The dude from, Destiny. He plays the Zavala's voice in Destiny. For the voice of the Titans and stuff. So they ended up, doing a hell of a fucking scene. They, they killed all the power of the Continental. They, everything. The game, it was just fucking amazing. I mean, the movie at the end of it was good. They go through the end of it. I mean, the motorcycle scene that you see in the trailers is fucking outstanding. Just everything John Wick could be, and the story is just, so well put together. But anyway, they're in the Continental, they're fighting. Finally, do you want to call it truths? Yeah, we'll call it truths for a minute. So finally they unlock them, he unlocks himself, walks up to the top of the tower, where he do all the meetings and stuff like that. And to see the manager. Finally, John's up there, he walks up. Pretty ma'am? Yeah, pretty ma'am. We're calling it truth for a moment. And, okay, so, blah, 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 you're willing to fight until the end, we accept your penance, this can now become holy ground again. But what do we do about him? He ends up putting a few rounds through John Wick's, just pulls the gun, starts shooting John Wick. John falls off the top of the fucking building. We think John's dead. So John Wick was technically used as fucking bait to save the Continental. John's pissed. You don't know about this yet. Also, we feel a little forward. John is in a fucking grocery cart being pushed. The dog's next to the dog ends up leaving, and stuff like that, and ends up finding him. And then all of a sudden you see Lawrence Fishburne just standing there, pissed off, sitting on a throne underneath the streets of New York, in a little alleyway or whatever it may be where he is in, and he goes, we've been fucked. They wanted war. Me and you have both been fucked. How do you feel, Mr. Wick? How do you feel? And Keanu looks up and he goes, pretty fucking angry. And, that's how the movie ends. So there's going to be a John Wick 4. Sorry, my spoiler, my movie review wasn't good. It's just there's so much, it's been 2 weeks since I fucking seen it, but man, it was so incredibly good. I recommend everybody freaking see it, and at least get it on DVD. Don't even see it fucking bootleg. It's not even worth seeing a bootleg. It's like seeing Avengers Endgame book and bootleg. It wasn't not even worth it. You might as well just spend the fucking $8 that's in the theater and watch the movie. Let me do a quick time check. Ooh, 30 minutes. Wow, that was fast. But yeah, man, fucking love the hell out of that movie. It was great. I thought to myself, I went, oh my god, it was really good. And can't wait to see another one. I'm so grateful that, you know, these writers and shit have taken time to put a story together, not a shitty story, put a story, like literally combine story together and say, here's the next chapter, man. We're not going to rush it. We're not going to fight it. It felt clean. It felt good. You know, it's like you got to know more about John Wick and who the hell he's pissed off. All these favors. And the two guys at the end of the fight scene, man, there's one fight in the fight scene where they have to go in. He ends up killing the dude, you know, the samurai dude. I keep forgetting the dude's name, but he's been in like a lot of things. These two dudes end up fighting, beating the shit out of him, John Wick. And he he goes and they're beating the shit out of him. Oh my god, that's John Wick. Oh my god, he's a legend. Da da da. It's just such an honor. And they like pull him up and they're like so excited to fight him, but they're so like, oh my god, he's like a legend. But he's John Wick. He's so exhausted. He's so beat down. Yada yada. And John Wick like beats the shit out of both of them, and they're both like they get tossed to the like they both fall. 3 of them fall to the second floor, and they're just laying there. And John gets back up, hurt as shit. And John just stares at both of them like, I could fucking kill you. I could really kill you both. And he goes, and they get up, and John just looks at him, and he goes, I'll be seeing you. And both guys are like, and they look at each other and go, fuck it. And they just like, and they pretend like they're dead. They're like hurting and dead. And they're like, fuck it, we'll just fake it. So many good scenes in the movie that were so well done. Just the stupid shit of all these people that are like, even the dude, like when they're fighting in the Continental, John finally gets his hand on the step, you know, and he's just like, this is before they, last scene, before that last crazy ass fighting scene, and the dude's holding on, and then the dude who plays, Zavala and Deft, I keep forgetting the poor dude's name, but he ends up going in, and he goes, you need to stop fighting here, and the dude, walks in, he meets with his daughter, and they both sit on waiting for the manager, and because John has been reinstated, all the things have been reinstated to him. But they're cutting off his finger and stuff like that. Anyway, so they're sitting on the couch, man, and just the stupidest stuff. And John scoots over, and the guy scoots over more. And John just goes to regular recliner chair. And the dude scoots more next to him. He goes, God damn, John Wick. Oh, he's like, dude, big fan. I cannot believe I'm fighting. I cannot believe I'm getting even this chance to even, you're a legend around, here. Like I've heard so much about you and all these things you've done, and just so well, all these legends and the stories of this person have been so fleshed out. Just damn, really well done, and I'm super stoked, that this happened and the story happened and stuff like that. Yeah, super excited for the new one. Yeah, who the hell knows what's gonna happen? But I think that's going to be the end of this podcast for this week. I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about some stuff and just kind of get some stuff off my mind. And things did happen this week that I'm doing. But I'm less getting nailed on gaming. I'm doing a lot of the 3D printing. What do you guys want to see? What do you guys want more in the podcast? What do you guys want to see? What do you want to hear? It's been a while. I love doing these, but getting the day set up to do these and sit down, and I was supposed to talk with Dakota with Hellboy, but every time we got this equipment set up and we were about to sit down and record, we just never wanted to. And our opinion on Hellboy is we liked it. We liked Hellboy, so I liked it a lot. And Dakota loved it a little bit more than I did. Yeah, really good. Sadly, that's not gonna blow out of the water. It's just the way that I think there's just too much fucking comic movies coming around as is. That way people are like, I don't know. I don't want to see another one. I mean, to be honest with you, after fucking Endgame, all of us are just bleh. I think when the new Rise of Skywalker comes out for Star Wars, we're all going to be like, okay, cool. So, yeah. That's pretty much what's been going on in my life with the 3D printing and stuff like that. I'll be doing a lot of live streaming and stuff like that. But, yeah, man, if any of you guys want to be on the podcast, I am setting up to do the ladies podcast, and with a buddy of mine, I'm going to be sitting with him soon. Setting up another podcast. There's just a lot of things to be doing. About the microphone. Sorry if you heard that. But anyway, guys, thank you for always being supportive. I'm gonna do a lot of working out too, getting myself on the Twitch channel. So if you guys want to just check some stuff out and be supportive of me in general, just keep me motivated because I could really use it. Hop on the Facebook page, give a like. Hop on the YouTube page, give a like. Hop on the Twitch page, give a like. Just become part of the open mind community. I would highly love to just get the love. Get me off my ass to do more of these because it's I get home and I'm like, but I need to become more proactive in our work and stuff like that. And it looks like the stand's almost done printing. Anyway, guys, I love you all. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. If I don't speak to you, hopefully by next week to start them. I gotta get these podcasts more going. Just keep me motivated, guys. I love you all. Keep an open mind. Have a great weekend. I will talk to you guys next week, hopefully. And happy late Memorial Day and all that good stuff. See ya. Have a good one. Love y'all.